Hey everybody, this is Barefoot Sal Rodriguez of North Hollywood, California, aka Salvador, Los Angeles. I've got insomnia tonight, so I just wanted to share something with you. I took a friend out to a store the other day. We were looking at Vibram Five Fingers, and he asked me which one do I recommend. And in some of my other videos, people have asked me the same question. Of all the Vibram Five Fingers, which one do I personally recommend? Now, I only have experience with 7 of them, and they are right behind me. 7, I say, for one for every day of the week. I've got the Bakila, the Sprint, the Komodo, Trek Sport, Classic, KSO, KSO Trek, or Trek KSO rather. Now the question that people ask, which would I recommend? Well, I'm going to give you a two-part answer. First of all, I would tell you that I recommend 3. I recommend 3, and that would be the Komodo, I believe, for athletic pursuits, namely running in the gym. I think the Komodo is great for that. You could probably even play tennis in them. And then you have the Trek Sport with a rugged bottom. I think is great for trails and nature. And then you have the Classic, which I believe is good for the purist. And we'll get into that when I talk a little bit more about the Classic. So those are the 3 that I recommend: Komodo, Trek Sport, and Classic. Now, I mentioned Trek Sport and I don't mention KSO Trek, even though they have the same rugged bottom. The reason, are these bottoms the same? Let's see what they look like. Yeah, the bottoms, pretty much the same on the bottom. The reason I don't recommend the KSO Trek is not that I don't love it. I do enjoy it, and it's leather, which is really nice, but that's precisely the reason why I won't recommend it, is because it's leather. You got to wash these things or they're going to stink. And you're washing leather a lot, you got to treat it. I just learned about treating leather, so I got to treat this leather after I wash it. And this is the only pair that I do wear with Injinji sock liners, which are really cool. For those of you that have not discovered Injinji sock liners, wear them with your Vibram Five Fingers. They're not the socks, they're the liners, which are thin and don't interfere with your movability and breathability. Okay, so that's that. Now, that's what I would recommend if I can give you 3. If I were to only recommend 1, it would have to be the Classic. The Classic is the quintessential Vibram Five Finger, the original. The most true to the whole minimalistic footwear movement. If you're looking for a Vibram Five Finger in its purest form, you got to get the Classic. However, very hard to find if you have an average size foot, as I do. If you got a really large foot or a really small foot, you might be able to get one of your choosing. I could probably get another black, but I want to get either a brown or a gray, which are the other colors available. This is just, I would even like it if the sole were just a bit thinner. Then it would be truly even more barefoot. I think it's 4mm sole, I think here was the selling point, I believe. Also, this is less here, a lot less here. And these stink the least of all of these. These stink the least, and they dry the quickest. So when you dry all your wash your Vibram Five Fingers, and of course you are to air dry them, the Classics dry the quickest, so that's nice. All right, so there you go. There's the answer to the question that I am asked most often: which Vibram Five Fingers would I recommend? Again, if I can give you 3, it's going to be Trek Sport, Komodo, and Classic. If I'm going to recommend 1, it's going to be the Classic. All right, so thanks for watching. If you have any questions or commentary, feel free. This is Barefoot Sal Rodriguez of North Hollywood, California. And remember, I love Vibram Five Fingers, but don't forget, go barefoot. We'll see you out there on the road.